The movie starts in a frozen desert. A carriage takes something that looks like an orc to jail. He meets the singer, Edgin Darvis, and the barbarian Holga Kilgore, who are also in his cell. The orc tries to get close to Holga, but she breaks his knees and hits him in the face. The next day, Edgin and Holga go to the Absolution Council to make their case for a pardon. Edgin starts by telling the council about his past to explain why he and Holga are there. He was part of the Harper's faction, a group of spies who fought against evil many years ago. Kira was Edgin's daughter. He was married to Zia. When a group of red wizards attacked Edgin's home and killed Zia, tragedy struck. Edgin turned his back on the Harpers and became a single father. As he tried to take care of himself and Kira, he met Holga, who had been kicked out of her group because she fell in love with a person from another tribe. Even though Edgin and Holga tried to live honestly, they turned to stealing, and Holga became like a mom to Kira. Later, Edgin and Holga joined forces with the new magician Simon Omar and the criminal Forge Fitzwilliam to steal from other people. When they met a witch named Sophia, things changed. She asked for their help to steal money from Corin's Keep, a Harper stronghold. Edgin at first said no, but Forge persuaded him by telling him that the keep has the Tablet of Reawakening, which he can use to bring Zia back to life. When Edgin and Holga found out what Sophia really wanted, the plan went wrong. Sophina then used a spell to freeze time to trap Edgin and Holga. Edgin gave the tablet to Forge and told him to watch over Kira. Simon also got away. As he waits for a council member called Jarnathan to show up, Edgin and Holga use Jarnathan, a bird creature, to break through the window and fly away, even though the council already gave them a pardon. Now that they are free, the two decide to go to Forge's place and get Kira and the tablet back. When they go to a bar, they see a flyer that says Forge is now Lord of Neverwinter. The two go to Neverwinter, which is getting ready for the High Sun Games, which happen every year. They find Kira again. Kira is more excited to see Holga, who calls her Bug, than to see her own father. She thinks Edgin left her because he was selfish. All of them meet Forge, who stole money from Corin's Keep and used it to become the Lord of Neverwinter. Forge also says that Sophina is his assistant and works with him. Edgin then finds out that Forge has been telling Kira that he was arrested not because of the Tablet of Reawakening, but because he stole money. Sophina uses her magic to trap him and Holga when they try to get Forge. He has his guards catch the two and put them in jail, but Sophina tells the guards to kill them. Holga beats the guards off and gets away again. She beats two guards with a brick. More guards attack her. She defeats them too. Edgin tries to untie himself. Finally, they manage to run away. They decide that they need to plan a robbery to get Kira out of Forge's castle, but they need a team. Since the High Sun Games are coming up, lords from other countries will bring their money to Forge's vault, where the tablet is kept, so they can pay their team with the money. Edgin and Holga go to find Simon, who is entertaining people with magic tricks. He does the tricks to keep the audience's attention while he casts a spell to steal their gold and other valuables. People are after him, so Simon uses the magic he knows to try to get away. He almost got himself killed until he ran into Edgin and Holga. He agrees that they should kill Forge, but he warns them that the place will be very well defended. Simon then tells them that he knows about a person who can help them. The three of them go to find Doric, a young monk whom Simon tried to date, but she didn't like him. They watch as a girl is about to be killed by having her arms and legs pulled off by a horse, but it turns out that the horse is really Doric in disguise. She changes into her owlbear form and fights the bad guys until she frees the girl. The three then go to Doric, who doesn't trust humans because her own family left her because she was a tiefling. She explains why she wants to get rid of Forge. When her people questioned Forge's rule, he locked them up or killed them, so she wants to fight for the other druids. Sophina talks to her boss, the Lich Zas Tam, in her room. He gives her their most important plan, which Sophina hopes Forge can use to help them reach their most important goal. After that, Sophina goes with Forge to a meeting with other lords to talk about plans for the High Sun Games. However, Sophina notices Doric there, who has changed into a fly to spy on Forge's meeting. Forge's guards go after her, but she manages to change her shape to a mouse, get into an armor suit, then changes to the mouse again and runs away. She jumps and turns into a bird, turns into a cat while fleeing, changes to bird shape, but Sophina detects her. She then changes to a bear and gets away to get back to the rest of the team. Doric tells them that the Raven Seal of Mordenkainen protects Forge's vault. Simon doesn't think he's strong enough to break through it unless he has the Helmet of Disjunction, which is said to have been lost a long time ago. Holga, on the other hand, says she may know where the helmet is because her people fought against the cult of the dragon and may know where it went. The only issue is that they are all dead. The group stops at Holga's ex-husband Marleman's house so she can get some things she needs. Marleman has moved on and married another tribal woman, but he wants Holga to be happy. The group finds a graveyard with the bodies of people who fought in the Evermoors a long time ago. With Simon's magic, the bodies can only stay alive long enough to answer up to 5 questions. They have to look through the bodies of many heroes who died while passing the Helmet of Disjunction to find out where it went. The last dead person they talk to tells them that the helmet was given to a Thayan, where the Red Wizards come from, called Zenk Yendar, who promised to keep it safe. Ejin doesn't trust Thayans because they killed Zia, but Simon, Doric, and even Holga have heard stories about Zenk's heroic acts as a knight. They watch Zenk saves a tiger cub from a sea creature that has eaten it. After that, they ask him to help them take down Forge. He gets them all together to tell them about the Red Wizard's past. Sastam wanted to raise an army of the dead by making the people of the land his slaves. Zenk thinks about what Forge would get out of joining the Red Wizards. Zenk will only join the group if Ejin promises to share Forge's money with the people of Neverwinter. On the way to the helmet, Zenk talks about how he saw the evil power of Sastam turn good people into slaves of evil. This is why he left the Red Wizards and started using his skills for good instead of evil. The mark on Zenk's forehead shows that he just got away from the Red Wizard's spell. He takes the others down a hole called the Orifice, to an underground city where the helmet is. They need to get across a gap, but Simon accidentally sets off a device that makes the bridge fall. Holga is holding what she thought was a cane, but Simon tells her it is a hither-thither staff, which opens portals and lets them safely cross the chasm. When the group gets to the helmet, Thayans meet them there. Even though Zenk fights them, they don't stay down because they are dead. As they run, the very fat dragon Themberchod finds them and chases after them after eating the Thayans. Before Zenk stabbed the dragon in the head, the dragon was about to eat Ejin. Unfortunately, it doesn't die and traps the heroes in a cavern that starts to fill with water. Ejin comes up with a plan for Holga to anger Themberchod before Simon uses a spell to blast a hole in the cavern and let them swim to the top. After getting to the shore, Zenk says goodbye to the others and heads back home. Simon tries to take control of the helmet, but when he does, he runs into his ancestor, Elminster Almar, who doesn't believe in Simon's powers and won't let him attune with the helmet. Simon keeps trying for hours but keeps failing. Simon and Doric want to leave, which brings down the team's mood. Ejin tries his best to cheer them up. However, he tells them that he stole gold from the Red Wizards, which is why they went after him and killed Zia. With Holga's help, the team comes up with a new plan to break into Forge's vault by using the staff to get inside. The team uses a portrait to open one portal as a carriage of Forge's goods makes its way to Neverwinter for the start of the High Sun Games. Even though they were able to sneak in, they couldn't get through the portal because the picture fell face down on the floor. Ejin tells them to keep going by making things up as they go. Simon uses a short trick to make the guards think Ejin is playing a song, but things start to go wrong when Simon gets his foot stuck. When Holga gets inside, she has to fight more guards while Simon tries again to connect with the helmet. Elminster comes up to him again and tries to refuse him again, but Simon hits him, which lets him connect with the helmet. Simon and Holga find the vault, but it's empty. This tells the team that Forge moved his money to another place. Sofina plays a trick on Ejin by pretending to be Kira. When Forge comes in, he plans to lock them all up, but Ejin suggests that Forge let them fight in the games. Sofina agrees, but she worries that they might die there. When they are put out in the Colosseum, Doric tells the team that she saw the guards move the wealth to a boat. This means that Forge is just trying to steal money from the other people at the games. The event starts by sending the teams through a dangerous maze full of animals and traps. Doric comes up with a way for her and her friends to teleport out of there, even though the other players aren't having much fun. When the heroes get to the dock, they find the boat with both Forge's wealth and the wealth he stole. Forge brings Kira with him to try to make her think Ejin is going to run away again. But after Ejin explains himself, Forge shows Kira who he really is by putting a knife to her throat so the heroes can step away from the wealth. When Holga throws a potato at him, he lets Kira go. She goes with her father and his friends on the boat to steal the treasure. Simon uses a spell to make a wave of water hit Forge. Kira forgives Ejin, and the two of them reconcile. As the heroes are getting ready to set sail, they see a dark cloud building in the sky. Sofina is putting her plan into action, which is to use a Thyan horn, the one Ejin and Holga were arrested for stealing, to make all the people at the games slaves in the Red Wizard army. The group makes their way back to Neverwinter to stop Sofina. Simon uses the staff to make a portal from the boat to the hot air balloon. This lets all the riches from the boat fall into the streets and makes the people leave the Colosseum, which makes Sofina's plan fail. The Red Wizard catches the heroes and forces a big stone dragon to attack them with a spell. The team attacks Sofina while she sets up other traps and tricks, but she seems to stop them with the same spell she used against them before to stop time. She brags about her victory, but it turns out that she was the one who was tricked. Kira used a medallion that makes her invisible so that they could put a cuff on her that would stop her magic while Simon countered her spell. Doric changes into her owlbear form and beats Sofina before throwing her into a wall that falls apart and kills her. While the team is celebrating their win, they find out that Holga was killed in the battle. Kira cries over her, and Ejin sees that Holga was like a mother to Kira when she was growing up. He decides to use the Tablet of Reawakening to bring Holga back to life. The team joins the people to enjoy the end of the games and the fact that they are now one big family. At the same time, Forge tries to get away, but Zenk catches him. Lord Neverember wakes up again after Sofina leaves, and he gives medals to the heroes for saving Neverwinter. Forge is in jail, and he tries to get out of jail by telling the council about his sad past, but the council doesn't care. He finds Jarnathan and tries to fly away, but the council move the meeting to a room with no windows. The last corpse that the team left alive asks for anyone to ask him questions so he can go back to being dead. Hehehe. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified when we upload new videos and enjoy watching.